GangRadio.com. Take over. Last mission. Final boss mode.
Pure facts. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I mean, let's get on to the next card because, frankly, actually, really, I think there's only one fight on that card we all want to talk about, obviously, and that's of course that's Devin Haney.
The Shane Mosley Quigley going on.
Oh, you want to talk about that?
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. Fuck all that.
That was a good fight.
That was really the only other fight on there I fucked with. I didn't get to see the women's fight, but shout out to PJ because he told me it was an ass whooping. It was a good.
Yeah, it was an ass whooping, and then there was an eliminator for super featherweight, which was a good fight. It was
that was.
Yeah, that was a super fade, bro. It wasn't a super fade, but it was close because dude got his ass whooped. You know, yeah, and then the opener was like, you know, one of the prospects, Khalil Ko, you know, who's famous for knocking out a Cuban gold medalist in an amateur fight, which is very rare.
Like angry Tim Bradley.
You know what I'm saying? So like the undercard was dope, but yeah, Quigley.
That was solid. I ain't gonna say dope. Dope was fucking Showtime's undercard. His level.
I mean, I watched you're right. You know, it was a good undercard. I fuck with it a lot though.
If Showtime was like a 10, this undercard was like a good 7.
Yeah, facts.
I'll give it that. It wasn't better than Figueroa Neri undercard, but I was entertained somewhat. You know, it was cool.
Yeah, you know, Quigley.
They ain't had no boring fight, so that's a plus.
That's a plus. You know, like I say, it's still it is one of Eddie's better U.S. card offerings. So I mean,
yeah, because he's had some fucking duds.
Yeah.
Mosley could have won that shit. Mosley could have won that shit, but he kept walking in. I mean, he's improved, but he still walks into shots he should know better than not to walk into.
I mean, personally,
I don't know. The commentators kind of ruined that fight. I didn't see no big ass win like that for Quigley. That shit almost felt like a draw.
Honestly, I thought Mosley won by like a 96-94 type of fight.
Thank you. Okay, yeah. I don't know. I was thinking the same shit. I was like, why did it feel like Mosley should have won? Like he low-key got robbed, but
yeah. Because I mean, the one thing. I mean, there was two things. I mean, Mosley did take his foot off the gas at a point where he probably shouldn't have, and I admit in that. But I thought he banked enough rounds.
He landed all the hard shots in the fucking fight, really. And
I think probably
like true. I think 3 times.
Yeah, and Quigley, like in the last, Quigley, he stood his ground though. But there was a lot of rounds where Quigley also gave away because dude was starting to, he got his footwork on. He decided to, skip to my little around the ring a little bit.
Yeah. I didn't see like was this the best I've seen Quigley look? Yes, he improved, but the way these motherfuckers were carrying on, I thought we was watching fucking Virgil Ortiz and Boots or somebody or Antoine Russell
Yeah, no, I mean I've never honestly I've never been a believer in Jason Quigley. Like ever since I saw him struggle with Glenn Tapia, I was like, nah, this dude ain't it. Like nah, I can't.
Exactly.
Quigley's always been mid to me, but
yeah, same here. Like he was. And then when Toriano Johnson beat him up, so I was just like, yeah, that's what I expected.
I look at him as like someone on the level like lower than Munguia.
Yeah, but for some reason though, they're trying to push. Quigley is getting that push. Like they're trying to turn him. They're trying to make him something.
They are, and they're like, oh, what about the fight? You can fight Andre. It's like. Can we get Andre like a legit like?
Yeah, is that a better like? I felt like we had a better matchup against Liam Williams. Like that's a step back.
Yeah, thank you. Because I don't think Peter Quigley beats Liam Williams.
Yeah, I don't either. Like, I mean, honestly,
I don't think he beats Munguia either.
Yeah, honestly.
So you know the point I'm getting at, right?
Yeah, it's like
that it should be Munguia, but. For some reason, his people don't really want to make no big fights.
No, none at all.
Now, I heard Selecki pulled out.
Again, twice.
Like, don't give him no more fucking fights, yo, please.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say. They want to try over and over again with Selecki. They're hell-bent on making that fight.
Yeah, but
Selecki... Golovkin has a fucking fight already. Like, what does that tell you?
Yeah, no, yeah, like
He probably turned down the Golovkin fight for that shitty ass fight.
Yeah, so it's like it's in that fight's in 2 weeks, so it's just like Munguia needs to get us like you have a title shot, you can easily fight someone fight a champion there, and you won't do it. So
you got the Andre right there. Like instead, we keep hearing about the Seleckis of the world or the Chris Eubanks of the world for Andre. Like bro.
And I don't want to hear nothing about Jason Quigley, because like I said,
thank you. I definitely don't want to fucking hear about Jason Quigley.
Yeah, Quigley had issues with Shane Mosley, and honestly, I've given Shane Mosley Jr. enough guff because he tries. I'm always
improved though. Like we could all agree on that.
Like he improved though.
I thought he won. Like honestly, if he didn't win, it should have been a draw. Like I don't feel like
I saw a draw.
Quigley did enough to really. These niggas were hyping up Quigley hard, buddy. I
thought it was for sure.
Yeah, but the fact that a judge saw for Quigley 97-93 was crazy to me. Like there ain't no goddamn 7 rounds in that fight. Like, you crazy? Shit. And then Westfield was like 96-94, and that's probably the most. 6 rounds is probably pushing it too. Like
it is. Honestly, let's call it what it is. It's pushing it.
Yeah.
You can't name 6 rounds Quigley won in that fight.
I thought it was a draw.
Yeah, me too. I thought it was
I could give you a draw, but a Quigley win? Nah.
Yeah, no. So, but like I said, clearly they're trying to, there's a push behind Quigley. Oscar's trying to push this guy.
I don't know, man. Like, the zone, like man, like, I don't know. I'm going to keep that comment. I'm going to watch it unfold.
Yeah.
Hey, go ahead. Say it. You already started it. Finish it.
Why it take so long to get the black fighters big fights on fucking the zone?
Yeah, that's true. Honestly, I've never been interested in a.
Is it me? Haney just got a fucking big fight. We still waiting for Andre. The only person who get big fights over there is Joshua. We're talking from
It was, Danny Jacobs, but that was kind of just like, I know what you mean.
Danny Jacobs got one big fight.
He had one big fight.
Yeah, Danny Jacobs, he got a whole bunch of filler fights. It's funny because all the you want to say all the black fighters get all like filler fights. They're fighting 3-4 times, but like against.
Yeah.
But they don't get to pay that big fight.
It was a damn workhorse for them when he first.
But yeah,
he won every other card.
Yeah, but it's either they get obviously they either bring them in as a joke, but God forbid though if they deviate from the script like Ray Robinson and Josh Kelly is like, oh shit, like Josh Kelly is getting he got beat, but we can't have Ray Robinson getting that victory over him on the zone.
Yeah, it's the same thing happened with Quigley, Shane Mosley.
Yeah.
Same type of dynamic where they're trying to push one guy, but it's obviously better if they push the other guy who really won.
Mm-hmm.
And who's
create some better matchups.
Who's the son of a boxing legend, you could say.
Yeah, exactly. Like they could just they could try to sell him, but yeah, it was just one of those fights. Left a bad taste. It's like, Quigley shouldn't be anywhere near a middleweight title. Like Andre will destroy this guy. Like that's not even hyperbole.
Yeah, I'd rather see Andre Eubanks, and I really don't have much interest in that either. But I'd rather
look, put Quigley Eubanks. If one of those win, then you can think about an Andre fight.
Well, it depends on how they win, because that could be a struggle fight right there.
It could be, but it'd be better than motherfucking having one of them just fight Andre off real.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what's not happening enough. We don't have enough process of elimination bouts where you could say, all right, you could start putting fights together. Instead, we have everybody fight the same level of comp, and then they could jump up to the next level. And it's like, we still got 10 other dudes.
Because the B fighters don't want to fight each other because they'd rather sit around and fight C fighters until they get the A fight.
Facts.
Yeah, it's facts, but it need to change. Like the zone, I don't know, man. I'm just saying, I hate to be on some hotel woke shit when it comes to boxing, but I'm just noticing a trend. It's extremely hard to get the the black fighters, the big fights on the zone for some reason. Like,
Well, the zone has their matchmaking is the wonkiest of all of them because it's so inconsistent. A lot of times, for no rhyme or reason, it makes little sense.
Yeah, I mean, well, I think it's mostly for Matchroom more than Golden Boy. Golden Boy's matchmaking is actually straight. They just push the wrong people sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Matchroom is very up and down. I mean, that's why Eddie's getting all them upsets because
They're not up and down. No, they're not even up and down. Matchroom's matchmaking is almost like borderline top rank bad these days.
It's lopsided.
it do be like that, son.
It is lopsided a lot of the times, other than a big, huge big
Like,
fight.
you do a big fight in like 17 mid fights.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they got the top level fighters down pat, but like then when you get like to the mid level guys, it's like their matchmaking makes no sense.
Right. So yeah.
Look how long it took Farmer to get a big fight.
I mean, Farmer. I mean, there's a whole. Yeah, no, Farmer. I mean, Farmer's different because Farmer clearly was trying to make sure he milked that contract a little bit.
I feel you, but it just happens too often.
That got a little annoying after a while because you could tell he was just trying to just fight no hopers, just stretch it out as long as possible.
Yeah, because
Boxing Karma got him though. It's crazy because now JoJo's in a decent fight coming up now, and it's like what's happened with Farmer.
Well, Farmer announced he's going to lightweight.
Yeah, he said he moved up. He's moving up to 135.
God bless him.
Does that take all years? Shit.
I mean, Farmer.
Although I feel like that's not a good division for him. I think he matches up badly against the top guys, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah, no, I mean, Farmer could regain a belt there if he really wanted to at 130, but unless he's having weight. So I mean,
that's gonna be the poll for tomorrow then.
Word.
Who do you want to see Tevin Farmer fight at light heavyweight? I'm sorry, that's a fuck.
Lightweight.
Lightweight. Like light heavyweight, you trying to get him killed?
But
Rusty,
Rusty, definitely, they try to get Farmer to Davis. So we talked about that too. Yeah, because Farmer, Farmer had like a 4 or 5 fight contract, and he fulfilled that shit, so he was free to do that fight. But he said he went with JoJo, and JoJo upset him. So, I mean that was Farmer's big he should he and that fight had so much interest, like had buzz. Everyone, because the trash talking was there, everything. Everyone took notice, but he took the JoJo fight, and that's what he got. It's unfortunate.
Yup.
Whose fault was that though?
Farmer.
Farmer.
Yeah, it's Farmer.
But then, it comes back to my point. It can't be everybody's fault. Can't be Jacob's fault that he's in all these mid fights. Maybe it is. Andre mid fights. Who else?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. I've been trying to see what Rashidi Ellis is going to be doing. Like, he's at fucking 147. Like, why isn't he matched against another 147? Like, Golden Boy has some 147 prospects, like a Marcelino Lopez. If you're not going to put him in against anyone else, like someone
Blair Cobb, yo.
Yeah, Blair Cobb. And Blair Cobb was actually going to be on that Selecki card too, but we don't now because we don't know what the card's going to be, if it's going to be canceled or they're going to.
It's time to get Blair Cobb a main event, yo. The man's exciting as fuck.
Or at least the co-main, yeah. You gotta, get that guy.
Step him up, man. Like, come on, Oscar. What the fuck you doing?
Give him Rashidi Ellis or some shit. I don't know.
Absolutely.
Yeah, as the co-main for Andre Munguia. Make it happen. But ring game, we can't make it happen.
Absolutely.
But the stars and moon is on the line. Make it happen. but they both on the same side. Make it happen.
Facts. But
fucking main event time, yo.
Yeah, definitely main event time. So Devin Haney and Jorge Linares, man. Everyone was anticipating this fight because Linares is he could obviously, although he's seen better days, is still a very tough guy to beat at 135. And then Devin Haney has a lot of buzz. Devin Haney has the pedigree. He's been working with Floyd since he was a kid and stuff like that. And he has something to prove coming off that fight that most people kind of didn't like against Gamboa. So everyone was like, yeah, this, Haney's going to get the KO against Linares after some time, and he's going to look good, and, and they're going to shoot him to the moon. You know what I mean? It didn't end up that way. At least not.
That's why they fight the fights.
Yeah. But to his credit, though, Haney pretty much won the majority of the first 9 rounds. That's something he was that much faster than Linares. But the one thing that was obvious, and it was why, is he couldn't really hurt Linares like that. And above all, which I thought was even more surprising, Linares has paper thin skin. It doesn't take much for him to swell up or cut. None of that happened in 12 rounds.
Because Haney be tucking his punches, man.
And
you don't see his knuckles be hitting dudes like that.
Yeah,
I'm serious. Look, dude, he throws hard punches. He puts a lot of effort, and he has to work with it. So he could stop dudes if he wanted to.
Right.
But he's not punching technically correct. He's better than a guy like Tim Bradley who be flailing.
Yeah.
But he's just maybe a level above it.
He was landing good uppercuts. The uppercuts were there. He was landing them on Linares. Perfectly.
And he was landing clean shots, but it's the type of punches. The punches he was landing were looking like good 6s and 7s. But if there was any harder, he would have stunned them. You don't stun. Look, if Linares walks you down for a whole fight, there's something wrong about you.
There's an issue.
Yeah, that's definitely an issue.
There's some type of faulty wiring in your skill set. There's something wrong.
Yeah, and then
you supposed to overwhelm him, man.
And it got to the point where Linares was like, wait a minute, I'm not bleeding, I can still see out of both eyes, my nose ain't broken.
Let me beat his ass.
I don't get no blood coming from my mouth or a cut. I was like, fuck is going on? So Linares started throwing the combination. Now Linares is a beautiful combination puncher. Dude throws them combinations, and he was starting to land them 2, 3, 4 punch combinations, even a stick of 5 punch from there. He was landing them on Haney, and of course, the big thing, obviously, the turning point was in the 10th round, around where Linares was winning. Linares landed a 3-punch combination, and it was a right hand and a left hook at the bell that had Haney moonwalking forward.
Moonwalking forward.
And then Linares styling on him, Linares.
Yeah, I call it zombie walking.
Yeah. He's zombie walking to the corner.
Yeah, Linares standing on him saying, "Here you go," like that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yo, and then
have a seat, young man.
Have a seat. There you go.
And it was funny too because the announcer was like, "What is this? What is this? He is wobbling to the corner." That's probably the only decent call of the night that them niggas was had. It's like, I was like, "They actually saw something." But I think after that one, Haney became unstuck because I think he lost the remaining rounds of the fight. And the fight things too is and what was even more concerning was he was still shaking, he was still hurt. Haney never fully recovered from that shot he took in the 10th round. Not once. Dude was. Oh, go ahead.
No, honestly, the more I watch it, I think it was his legs. And now I'm because I've heard that and I never really paid attention to it before. But a lot of people have expressed that they felt that Haney is he has a bad build. His physique is very top heavy.
Top heavy, yeah.
Top heavy. He's got big upper body paws, but mad skinny Johnny Bravo legs.
Chicken leg.
Well, people don't notice it as much as Wilder because Wilder's 2 feet taller, or people just was caught up in other shit in Haney.
Yeah, Haney definitely got them chicken legs though, definitely.
So that might be, he might have to change his physique a little bit, or work on leg day. Stop skipping leg day.
Yeah, decent squat.
The funny thing is too. I know Haney's, has been trying to, Haney is a big guy. 135. He really boils down to 135. So he's probably not long for 135. I mean, I think he's definitely a bigger guy. When he's not fighting, So I think that might actually play a part in that too. But Rusty, you're right.
He doesn't look like he's long for it either. He's actually bulkier than Teofimo.
Yeah, he's been complaining forever about 135. I'm shocked he's still making it.
Probably because the fights are there. The fights that
probably because 140 got that work up there too. Shit.
Yeah.
If you struggling like that, if you struggling to close the show out on Linares, I don't know if you're ready for everybody at 140 because we just went through all them killers at 140.
Right. And I'll say Haney wants that Teofimo fight because Haney wants respect on his name and his belt, so and that's part of the reason why he's actually sticking around at that weight. But if it's starting to affect him like this, because like I said, like Rusty just said, like he was glassy eyed and holding the rest of the fight. Yeah, because the boo birds were loud, especially when Haney was getting inside and he would run and hug this dude. Like,
and oh my God, the fucking clinching was the clinching was pissing me off, and he kept bitching to the ref like he ain't ready for no Josh Taylor fight.
Yeah,
somebody made me laugh so hard because somebody said he was running to hug Linares like Linares was a soldier that came home from the war.
Facts. Fucking facts. Kudos. Whoever said that shit, kudos. Like, man, bars.
Yeah.
Because dude, he kept complaining to the back of the head. But dude, you turning your fucking head, you ducking down, trying to hug the dude.
Yeah.
It's a motherfucking fight, nigga. Like, killed it. That's one thing. I don't like when fighters complain too much to the ref. Like, especially for shit where it's like, nah, man, you gotta fight through that. What are you? Like, that's why I could never really stand Arthur Abraham.
Well, Arthur Abraham is a different story. Arthur Abraham had, that dude. But
he used to bitch to the ref a lot when shit didn't go his way.
Especially in Germany, of all places. Germany used to have some fuckery, and he was probably the last beneficiary of that fuckery.
Shit. Every time he could be winning, and his opponent wins fucking 2 rounds or 1 round, and they get a little rough. Then my eyes start wandering to the fucking ref.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. But Haney, people. One thing is people gotta stop with this fucking favoritism in the media. Like, just admit it. Haney didn't fucking look as spectacular as you motherfuckers made him out.
Right.
This was his first world class test, and he passed, and he had some good moments. But at the end of the day, he still got a lot of fucking questions to answer. This was supposed to be a high profile showcase fight.
Right. You're a damn fool.
The first 9 rounds he looked like money. It was the third, the last 3 that everything just went off the rails.
But that's the problem. If you're fucking in your prime and you're supposed to have next, and you're supposed to be more skilled than Ryan Garcia, Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevens and all these other guys, you're not supposed to let Linares get to the fucking 9th round.
Absolutely. And Linares, honestly, I thought he would have been cut up by then, because I know I had definitely had Haney KOing him. So
I think we all tried to hope for that.
I had 5th round, and it could have happened. Just wrong game plan, wrong strategy. Look, if you don't have one punch power, and you can hurt people with counters or discourage them immediately. If you can't do that in box, don't box Linares if you don't have that capability.
Right.
A guy like Haney, you supposed to jab, get inside, get close, and start fucking him up. The hooks, uppercuts, overhand rights, all of that shit.
And one of them punches will open up a cut. Believe that.
Really angry. But no, he getting close. Why the fuck you jabbing this man for damn 3 times when you already in range?
So which growing pain moment between the young guns? I won't include Tank and LSC, but between I guess Teofimo, the Nakatani fight, or Campbell dropping Ryan Garcia, or the Haney. Which one was most disappointing? Would you say, or which
Haney.
one? The Haney. Okay.
Of course, Haney. Haney had the best look. and he fucking fumbled it.
Yeah.
Like the Teofimo.
Remember,
Like the
people
one
thought
was,
fucking. You had people picking Luke Campbell to beat Brian Garcia.
beat
And
Brian,
and that wasn't no crazy prediction either.
No, it wasn't.
yeah, I mean that shit almost happened. You know what I'm saying? So I mean,
That's a big difference. Fucking Tank and LSC. Tank did what he was supposed to do.
Yeah.
He had the performance Haney was supposed to have.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care if you get hit a little bit and it's competitive. Look, Linares is a world-class fighter. He's skilled. He's offensive as fuck. He's going to try to get his. But at the end of the day, he was picked for a reason.
Yep.
Yeah, and all this thing, all it really did now is made Linares a very he earned another big fight. So he's serviceable now. That's his reputation now.
And not even throw him at Garcia.
Yeah, Garcia gonna take.
I'm just guessing here, but you know how boxing works.
Yeah, Linares will get another big fight this year soon enough. Because, like I said, he doesn't have to wait. This is probably the first fight where he doesn't have any downtime. He doesn't have to wait to shake off a knockout or a cut or whatever. Like, dude will be ready to go in another 8 weeks or so, give or 8-10 weeks.
I mean, all of a sudden, for me, Haney Fortuna became more intriguing if Fortuna gets past Diaz.
Which he won't.
No.
But Fortuna still looks like a good fight for Haney.
That's real talk.
JoJo has to. I thought JoJo won his last fight, so I don't know. Like they be scoring JoJo fights hard.
Yeah, they don't be giving JoJo no love.
Yeah, no. So Fortuna. It's funny how 135. Like for now, 135. Like fighters.
Yeah, who got kidnapped and is now speeding away somewhere?
Man, that's the sounds of New York, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, like it's funny how 135 now seems to be giving a lot of fighters left, like Fortuna's, Linares. Fortuna had 4 big fights fall through, and he's still a name. Like, this shit is crazy.
I remember they were calling him the boogeyman on the PBC. I think when he knocked the dude out, he fought last. They were calling him the boogeyman. I couldn't help but crack up.
Yeah, like
135. I was like, okay, he's a good fighter, but
yeah, he's a decent fighter. Like, I mean, he actually made me feel sorry for him too, and that's very hard. That's very hard to do because I don't feel sorry for a lot of fighters, but he made me feel sorry for him because all his big fights, fell through because of some bullshit.
Yeah.
Some political bullshit, and he wasn't the part of that political bullshit. So Haney. So I think right now all of 135, like pretty much the so-called 4 kings, like they all are flawed, and they all have flaws for them.
We ain't calling them kings. They're like the Duchess of lightweight. We ain't calling these motherfuckers kings.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Real Kings documentary on Showtime that's supposed to be coming up or some shit.
Yeah, I wasn't even going to use the term king. Nothing like that. These are the 4 young peasants for now.
There we go. Yeah, until we get at least 2 fights from them at least this year. A combination of any of the 4.
I need to see some impressive wins like yesterday.
Yeah, so I mean, like
too much mythical matchups and praise about skills without seeing the skills applied.
Right.
That's my whole thing.
So yeah, Haney. Yeah.
All I'll say is that my final thought for this is that all of them still have room to grow. And I mean, you can put them all against each other, but they all have warts. Like maybe they can all use 1 or 2 more fights to see, because I would want the best of them, so I want their warts to get fixed. But if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen.
Right.
Something needs to happen. I'm sure we could agree on all of that. It's too much marinating going on. Like
right.
Lopez done stepped up. He done got his fight. Fucking Tank done stepped up. His situation a little different, but LLC is a better fighter than is a better name fighter, whatever, than Campbell and fucking Linares.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So it's pretty much now. I think now all eyes are gonna be the next opponents for these particular 4 fighters. Like after their if they already don't have a scheduled fight going on. So I mean, yeah, like 135 is an interesting division. So yeah, I just have to see how it's gonna move going forward. But yeah, Haney, like he won and he passed his test, but there's clearly some more work that needs to be done with him. Like
the best punch he threw was after the fight. When he had said the shit about Ryan Garcia.
Yeah.
That was the best punch he landed the whole fucking weekend.
Facts. Yeah.
Because that shit was real, and we talked about that shit.
Yeah.
Nigga using mental health to fucking duck people.
But then
not being called out on it.
But then you call somebody out when they have a bad performance.
And then JoJo Diaz, who gets less hype, less clout, less praise than a lot of fighters, has to play cleanup man to this motherfucker.
Right, exactly.
And I'm being super objective here.
Man, LB is really doing his best to make JoJo Diaz a thing.
Yeah, I mean,
but have I said anything? Have I said any half truths or falsehoods about anybody so far?
No, I wouldn't say that.
Yeah, I mean JoJo Diaz is who he is. I mean, he makes for good fights, whatever. But I mean, you
ain't gotta like it. To me, he's skilled. He's impressed me more than Devin Haney has.
I mean, it depends. I mean, you just like because he beat Tevin Farmer. That's not anywhere there.
No.
Compared to that,
no, people gotta stop.
But LB has been on, JoJo. Like he's been on JoJo even before then. Like the Gary Russell fight, he picked JoJo to beat Gary Russell. So
he gave Russell his hardest fight since the Lomachenko. He gave Russell his hardest fight since the Lomachenko fight. Yeah, I got a good eye for fighters. I'm not calling bullshit. Like when I'm wrong about somebody, I'll say I'm wrong. I haven't really been wrong about JoJo like that.
I mean, that's just one of the rare times you were really wrong. I mean, about that fight. I mean, just have to say.
Nigga hurt Gary Russell. He gave him a hard fight.
He did, but Gary Russell still won that shit 9-3 though. I mean, Gary Russell still won that shit 9-3. So I mean, it was a hard.
It was more like 8-4, but who's counting? It's semantics. But the bottom line is, fucking JoJo still gave him this toughest fight since Lomachenko.
That's true. Yeah.
If he was some scrub, or if he wasn't as good as he was supposed to be, he wouldn't have did that. Just like if Gary Russell wasn't as good as he was supposed to be, he would have struggled with him like how Haney fucking struggled with Linares.
That's also true.
So there's levels.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to overhype nobody. Like the only people I ever hype are like Florida niggas. but I mean, even then, I told y'all Canelo knocks out Roy Jones. You motherfuckers want to hear that, right?
Oh god!
Yeah, I don't even want to go down that rabbit hole.
You got me sounding like Tyrese. Like, what do you want from me?
What more do you want?
Like, damn! Like, did the man not duck? Did the man duck Fortuna on some mental health bullshit? I'm giving Haney props for calling it out. Shit.
Yeah, no, Haney, and hopefully, like I said, less. Hopefully, this leads to less talking and more action in the ring. That's what's
exactly. More fucking jabs in the ring and less fucking jabs on Twitter.
Facts.
I think we could all agree with that. Shit.
Yeah, and that's a perfect like time to stop. Because like I said, So we definitely had to get our shit off with terms of talk about that weekend of boxing. It was a great weekend of boxing overall.
Oh yeah.
So, hell yeah, facts.
Yeah. So So final thoughts, so we can get before we get up out of here. Pilot, your final thoughts?
Stop trying to make Haney the next Floyd. That's all I gotta really say. Ringing Radio, great.
Okay.
Weekend of boxing, and this weekend will be interesting.
Indeed. And for fuckery reasons, obviously.
Of course. Have a good week, everybody, of course.
Absolutely. Hey, yo, King P, man, your final thoughts, bro?
There are no four kings at light heavyweight or lightweight or any weight. So let's slow it down with the four kings. Other than that, you already know what it is. Ring Gang Radio all day. You know where to find us at YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, ringgangradio.com. get on that uppercut season wave if you haven't. You know what I'm saying? It's not too late. You know what I'm saying? Get on the bandwagon now, because once it takes off, it takes off. You'll get uppercut. You'll get uppercutted if you don't join the bandwagon now.
Hey,
I'll uppercut you and cha-cha along to uppercut season afterwards.
Fact. That's real talk, man. Yo, LB, bro, your final thoughts?
Oh man, it was a great weekend of boxing, and it didn't even have many big household names like that. Like,
I don't know.
Like Daenerys a household name, but for like the hardcore.
Right.
But I do feel like he's one of those guys who's like a Sean Porter type of name that like hardcores fuck with him, and the casuals that do see him, they fuck with him.
Mm-hmm.
And that just shows the quality of fights that he takes. So, salute to everybody who fought last weekend. Special salute to Daenerys and just, making boxing great again.
Yeah, facts.
But yeah, y'all just stay tuned in for everything we're doing. Ring Game Radio, motherfucker.com. Just subscribe. Make sure you following the Soul Wars. I'm gonna drop some fucking a new clip of the damn episode 3 of the Ring Game Radio cartoon tonight. So if you ain't following the Soul Wars on Instagram, fuck you waiting for?
Okay, that's what it is, man.
Shit's fire. Got the we on a whole nother level. Like, name a podcast that got a cartoon.
Hell no.
Ain't that fucking shit. Don't tell me no Joe Rogan, motherfucker. That's like one guy in a whole fucking team of motherfuckers.
Fact.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying, motherfuckers would be damn comparing Beyonce to a fucking person who perform on talent shows and shit. Like that. That's how niggas be. But anyways, definitely gonna drop some new shit. It's fire. And y'all just stay tuned in. Uppercut season out. Turn of the Sample Kings is out. Y'all know what it is. Keep fucking with us. Hit up the site. You fucking with us like that, you throw some donations our way. The YouTube niggas asking for them, hit the like button, subscribe, please. They gonna cut my lights off.
Facts.
We ain't on no shit like that, If you fuck with us, just share the videos, tell somebody. If you really fuck with us, you throw a little change there, but you good. And shout out to the rest of the squad, RTDZ, Clanarchy, Prolific, Big Room, Fight Architect, PJ, and everybody who was fucking listening to this today.
Salute.
Rusty, and thought I saw another name. I'm sorry if I can't remember the name, but
yeah, Henny God, salute.
Henny God, yeah, shout out to Henny God. Yeah, and everybody else that was just fucking with us live. So that's it.
Yeah, absolutely. And the only thing I want to add on, in terms of my final thoughts are, damn you, Jean Pascal, for ruining the lone reason why I actually want to watch the shit on Sunday for Mayweather and Logan Paul. Damn you to hell. Shit.
Yeah. It's like we all knew, but we just didn't want to believe it.
Yeah, the fuck is you doing with 3 fucking steroids in your system? The fuck is your problem?
Nigga tested positive for Rite Aid. Accurate. CBS.
I mean, you got tested for 2 different types of the same fucking steroids, bro. Like, the fuck is your problem?
Yeah.
It's like, damn it, like the rematch that everyone wanted to see. It's like, now that's up in the air, and I know Badu Jack got a new opponent, but I don't know. I've never seen him fight, so I was like, I can't get excited over this. So, yeah, I'm pretty much.
We don't know if he would create a character or not. we don't know if we should pick a draw or not.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I mean, I can't make it. So I'm just gonna be like, I'm just gonna watch it. But yeah, the whole card, I'm just gonna watch it for fuckery reasons now, because there's nothing really I'm anticipating on the boxing tip like that. So everything is strictly for fuckery now. So yeah, that's all I have to say. Like, John Pascal, you should be ashamed of yourself, man. But yeah, like Pilot said, we kind of suspected, but vada or nada, you know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, definitely, LB said, subscribe to our channel or whatnot, like everything, tell your friends so they can subscribe to it, and then we can all be friends. So yeah, so for myself, Pat Scorpio, the New England representative, For LB Shuttleworth, the God, the GOAT artist, for King P, Bodega P, and for Conscious Pilot, this has been another wonderful episode of Real Talk, where as always, it's shit real, we talk about it. So until next time, peace.
Peace.